Hello everyone, Melody here, Mama of 4 in our blended family of 6. Welcome to Homeschool Happy Hour. Today we're going to talk about fourth quarter in our homeschool and springtime adjustments. So if you're interested in any of that, stick around and let's check it out. If you are new here, my name is Melody. We are in our 10th year of homeschooling. We are coming to the end of our 10th year of homeschooling. We are secular homeschoolers. On this channel, we talk all things homeschool, homeschool curriculum, homeschool life, homeschool mom life, all that kind of stuff. Every once in a while, I've got some critters that jump in here and get in the way. If any of that interests you, please make sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and follow along as we work our way through this homeschooling journey. Today, we're talking about spring quarter updates. What has been going on with all the things? Me, the kids, life in general. How has it been? Well, for starters, I am so happy to see the sunshine. I don't know about you, but if you live in the Northwest, like we do, it can get a little gloomy in the wintertime. And I was talking to my husband the other day and I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna make it happen, but you need to start taking me someplace sunny in the winter because I'm not gonna make it. I need sunshine, which is funny because I'm really not an outdoorsy person. I don't like the heat, whatever. But next year in January, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to get out of the glum and go. In the meantime, I am enjoying the spring weather here. We moved down off the mountain last spring, and so this is actually the first year that I have really been able to enjoy a spring. This time of year, typically by now we still have snow up on the mountain where we were living, but now we don't have snow. And I can look out my window right now and I see grass and trees budding and flowers blooming, and it's lovely. I'm so happy. Anyway, that's really not important. Totally distracted. We had some pretty big emotional things going on during the winter quarter. And so we've gotten past those. I'm trying to get back on track myself with videos, with planning for next year, and feeling a lot better. I feel like things are fresh and new and getting started. I know sometimes this time of year is kind of like that final sprint towards the end of the year, and I feel like you've got your two types of homeschoolers when springtime comes. You've got the we've got to get all this done because we're almost out of time, push, push, push. And you've got the, oh, look, the sun's outside. Forget the books. Who cares about what the plan is? And really, both of those is fine. I internally tend to be more of a, let's get this done, push, push, push. But I'm trying really hard to be more towards, let's get outside and have some fun. This last weekend, Bean and I spent some time outdoors getting an area in our backyard ready because she wants to plant some raspberry bushes, and she really likes gardening. She didn't get it from me, but she really likes gardening, so she was preparing her garden beds. We have some garden beds in our yard that are just hers. She's the one that gets to do all the gardening in those because it brings her joy. We have spring sports starting. The prisoner has started doing track, and Bean has started doing softball, which means that our schedule has gotten busier. Skippy just finished doing like driver's ed, and so if you look at my schedule on my phone, it's just packed. I've got a crazy amount of things happening. I always start getting a little itchy in the spring and getting excited about the things that I want to be doing also, and so I'm looking at some continuing education for myself because I'm always looking into that. And next year will be Skippy's senior year in high school, so it's gonna be a fun year. So we're just kind of trying to enjoy this last spring quarter before it's like our last spring with 3 out of 4 of the kids in the house. One of them already moved out. I can't do that. Can you guys do that? I'm gonna go like this. One of them already moved out, so we're down to 3 kids in the house. After next year, we'll be down to 2. It's a little bit strange, but as far as homeschooling goes, I do work as a substitute teacher part-time, and so I'm balancing out like taking on some extra hours as a substitute to compensate for not working all summer financially, but also trying to make sure that I am spending plenty of time with the kids doing schoolwork and not just fluffing it off, because it's easy to be like, hey, I'll do that on Saturday, and then Saturday comes and nobody wants to work on it, and you're like, it's not that big of a deal. So just working through those final pieces of our homeschool year. We did make some changes. The prisoner has been focusing more on using modern states to prep her for the US history exam that she was going to take in the spring instead of using the nomadic professor. And let's see, Bean has been doing less baking because I've been trying to kick her outside. It's nice outside. And other than that, we've kind of just been working through the materials that we were already planning to work through. I think this approach that I had this year of just keeping it simple and not trying to pile a lot of things on has been pretty effective, in that we haven't had to make a ton of change in order to accommodate all the extra little things that come in. So I'm happy about that. The girls seem to have gained a lot this year. They've grown a lot this year. Bean particularly, she's literally grown a lot this year. She's so tall. We just recently took a spring break trip because it was recently spring break for the public schools. And so we went down to Zion National Park. That was really awesome. Bean, the prisoner, and a friend of the prisoners came with us. We had a really good time. I am trying to finalize some plans for us to go to Washington, D.C. in the summer. And let's see, Bean has been doing writing lessons, which she just started, but she's loving. But otherwise, there's nothing major to report for our fourth quarter. This might be the smoothest fourth quarter we've ever had. Typically, we're all feeling a little bit frazzled by now. We're kind of just feeling done. I usually am starting to get distracted with plans for the following year, and that's really not the case this year, so that's great. I would like to say we finally found our rhythm. 10 years of homeschooling, we finally found our rhythm. But I always think that, and then something changes and I'm like, never mind. No rhythm was found. We're just gonna go with it. I don't really have a lot else to update you guys on. Gosh, I was gonna do spring adjustments, fourth quarter update, which is usually this big long thing about all the things that we've changed and we've adjusted. And I've got very little for you guys. So that's actually a good thing for me, but we'll also let it serve as a check-in. So how are you guys doing with spring? What has been your challenges or successes with this school year and coming to the end of the school year? Are you dealing with a little bit of burnout? Because that does happen sometimes in the spring. It's pretty common. Are you happy with what you did? Are you ready to just throw in the towel and be done for the year? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How is it going? Let us know. I will probably put together a video at some point saying this is what we kept, this is what we didn't keep, that kind of thing. But I might not even do that because we were so consistent this year. I mean, I don't even know how that happened, because consistency is not usually our thing. We usually make changes, but we made very little changes this year. So that's cool. I mean, I don't have a problem making changes, but it's always smoother when you don't. Gosh, that was a ramble. I'm running out of steam, guys. I think I need to switch gears and go take care of some stuff in my house. I'm going to put things away, clean up. I will have more to talk about later. Catch you next time.